Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit here. Today we're going to take a look at a whole new world, and I'm not talking Aladdin where it's a whole new world. No, I'm talking this brand new Nintendo Switch game that came out. It looks pretty neat. I was excited to check it out. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on a whole new world today. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go. Okay, I'm gonna stop singing because you know what? A Whole New World is a Switch game that is a retro style platformer. I know we're getting a few of those on the Switch, most notably games like Shantae and Shovel Knight. Well, this is one that comes to the bunch with a interesting gameplay mechanic. There's two sides of every world. There's a regular up world and then a upside down world, kind of like in Stranger Things where, you know, there's the upside down and stuff. It's actually kind of interesting, and it's what caught my eye to this game. Aside from the retro styled aesthetic, this game has, you know, like, this game looks like it could have been on the NES, and I love that when indie games do this stuff. And Whole New World presents a game that feels like it could have been from that era, especially because of how simple it is. Other than the main gameplay mechanic of going upside down, you play as the potion master, and a gate or a big hole opens underneath the world, and a whole bunch of monsters come out, and it's up to you to save the day. That's as far as the cutscenes go and the story goes. But as you progress, you get different weapons and stuff. Initially, you could throw a potion that does like an arc, like in Castlevania, and you use it to hit your enemies, and you could jump. But as you progress, you get different power-ups. You get one that shoots like lightning, a potion that switches between fireballs and ice balls, and then you could even throw like a bow, like a big boomerang type of weapon, and, you know, it progresses as you go. So unfortunately, new gameplay mechanics only get introduced as you go to different stages. I'm not going to say that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, with all the potential aside from this game, A Whole New World does kind of not really go above and beyond to take advantage of the cool mechanic of being able to go upside down. In fact, you really don't need to do it at all in most of the stages. And when you do, it's kind of annoying. I'm going to be honest, I don't like playing upside down and having to complete jumps and stuff. Luckily, there's no cheap deaths in this game at all, because if you fall through a hole, you just go upside down. But there's times where I'm like, I don't really need to do it, and I felt no incentive to. If the mechanic would have made the game a little bit more entertaining and fun and actually reached its potential, then I would have enjoyed it. But it's not really necessary, and I felt that really missed the mark on that. But all that aside, that main complaint, this really is a fun game to play. It was a complete joy. I was glued to it. I breezed right through it. The boss fights are freaking crazy, though. There's like one fight where you're fighting a huge cloud that has like an ice face and a fire face. So many times I died playing that, and then some of the other boss fights also had some entertaining moments in them, and I was like, holy cow, this game does not mess around. It was actually NES hard. It had the right blend of difficulty and retro style aesthetics. I just wish with it being a Nintendo Switch game, they would have done a little bit more to incorporate that mechanic that I mentioned, the upside down, and also the items that you can get as you progress. But, I mean, that's not too bad. There's like 5 levels in here, so it is kind of short, but I really liked it, and I think it's a game that you should definitely check out. There's not too many of these real quality indie developed platforming games aside from like Shovel Knight and stuff that I said. So this was a nice little gem that popped out of nowhere, and I honestly haven't seen too many people talking about A Whole New World. This game needs a lot more love and deserves it, and that's why I thought it would be good to share you guys this video. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the controls, spot on, classic platform style, but you can actually aim in different directions for your weapon, so you can aim up, sideways, stuff like that. So there is some versatility in that. There's also a little fairy companion that follows you, and you can even charge up a pretty big shot that gives a lot of damage, and the fairy will also revive you as long as you have lives. So if you have a good amount of lives, you're able to actually start immediately where you died, and this comes in handy in boss fight situations, and actually in some of the levels. The level designs are actually really well done, and I was glad about that. There's just small little tweaks in the gameplay mechanics that I wish they would have taken advantage of, but this by no means is a bad game at all. I thought it was a lot of fun, and it put me in that nostalgic feel that I really like to feel in a lot of these games, and it's at home in the classics. If this was released on the NES, it would have been a classic alongside like Mario 3, Bucky O'Hare, and games like that are platformers. Seriously, it feels that good to play this game, and so enjoyable. It's just, this 2018 now. Let's go above and beyond with some of these games, guys. And well, guys, that's it for my thoughts on A Whole New World. Thanks a lot for watching, as always. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like, comment that comment box, and consider following me on my social medias. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace out.